Hello everyone and welcome back to Mossy Pine Ranch at Elmcreek. We have reached November and episode number 4. The trees are still a reddy orangey colour because we're in autumn, but December and winter is upon us very shortly. Last time we focused on this rather large field down here, which we merged into one from 4 fields, 4 through 7 I believe it was. We merged them all together, and last time we stone cleared, limed and fertilised, followed by seeding with grass. Now, it looks to have grown very quickly, and I'm not sure whether that's because we've had a major patch update for FS22, or whether we've obviously gone forward a day, which puts us forward a month based on what we've got set, 1 month per day, or 1 day per month rather. And yep, we have now nearly fully grown grass. It's in the last growing stage. But one thing I have noticed since the patch update is we've had a few stones appear. Now I'm definitely sure that when we seeded this grass there were no stones remaining. So yeah, I'm not sure whether the patch update has changed some of the ground statuses, so we've got some stones now, and I'm not sure whether that's responsible for making the grass grow super quickly, or whether that's just because we've transitioned a day and a month. But if we take a little look at the map, up in the top here is our big field, and if we select grass to turn it on, we'll see that we are in a darkest green, the latter stage of growth. And if we go to look at the soil composition, we've got probably a bit more information than we did before. We've got needs rolling now. Now, because the grass has grown so rapidly, we've not had the chance to roll it after seeding, which is a bit of a shame, but we're not going to lose too much yield from not rolling it, but I would like to do that next time round. If we toggle that off, we can see that we've still got some of the gaps where it's not secondary fertilised. If we get a bit of time later on today, I might come and fertilise where it is only the primary level. And we can still do that in the last growth stage as far as I'm aware. But yep, today we have got to turn our attention to another project, and that is our horses. First and foremost, we need some hay for our horses. We've got some feed for them, some oats and some sorghum in the farm silo, which we harvested. But we need some hay. So I'm going to be setting about mowing this meadow, as this area of grass is good for us to mow. We're also going to need a tedder, so we can turn the grass over and get it to dry into hay. We'll need a windrower, and we'll use our Massey baler and Artemusprime stacker to make the hay bales like we did with the straw. So the first job for us today is a little trek over to the shop, the dealership, to see what we can get our hands on by way of a mower, a tedder, a windrower, and yeah, we'll have a look what else we can find. Right, here we are at the shop. Let's have a look what we've got. Okay, so the used vehicle sale. Now, I saw this earlier, this Class Arion, and I was very tempted at 53% off. Would have been a capable tractor. I think it goes up to 205 horsepower. But I did a little bit of research, and I noticed online that the Class Arion is not actually a model that is for sale in America. I think it's only the Axion and the Xerion. So this didn't seem to befit the area that we're in America. So I'm going to pass on that, and maybe we'll get another possibility to get a tractor later on in the sale. But for now, let's look at mowers. And again, for the mowers, I've done a little bit of research just to see sort of what mowers you would see typically in sort of this area of the States. Now, Kuhn seems to be a brand that is readily available. They have a sort of North American distribution, which means that we could get this mower, and funnily enough, the Kuhn colours seem to match the case IH, so that's going to be a good fit for us. There are the couple of other options: Pottinger, Kongsgild, which I've not really seen much of before, Class, and Vicon. Now, if I was to get that Class tractor, I probably definitely would have got the matching Class Disco mowers, and I think those come with the ability to swath the grass. Yeah, for us, we're trying to keep the costs down, and we're going to have to ted the grass and windrow it anyway, so we don't need something that's going to merge it. So this Kuhn front and rear batwing mower looks to befit us and is a good price for both. So let's go ahead and buy these two. Right, so here is our front mower. Let's get that attached. And the rear mower attached as well. It's very nice colour coordination with the case colours, so I'm very happy about that. Right, we will come and pick up the rest of the equipment later. I'm not going to buy it now, just in case there's a chance that what I want comes up on the sale. But yep, we'll come back and buy the tedder and the windrower later. Mowing first. Right, back at the farm, driving up the lovely sweeping driveway, and there's something about this farm and how it looks with the autumn colours. Looks very special. Right, let's get over here to where we're going to start mowing. We'll get the rear mower unfolded, and I'm not going to worry about that section up there or around the border of this field. Just want to mow where it's going to be easy for us to come along and mow, as don't want to be cutting too many tight corners and making a bit of a mess. So front unfolded, switched on, and let's get both lowered. There we go. Whoops, helps if I start the rear mower as well as the front. Let's try that again. There we go, that's better. Won't go too tight to the tree in the greenhouse. I'll try and leave that area so we're not having to go too close with the tedder and the windrower. Well, the case has got to battle this hill down to 6 miles an hour, but it's got the horsepower to do this front and rear mower. I think it's just struggling slightly on the hill, but it will get there. Let's help it by going across slightly. I don't want to go right to the peak of the hill. Right, and then all the way down to this little corner over here. We own all of this land and past the pathway. That's our mobile tower, which we positioned there last time as well. There's a bit of an earner. Don't want to go all the way into that tight corner, so let's just go around here. Back to the soybean field. Now that field I'm hoping to terrain edit back to just plain ground. No point me ploughing it or seeding grass, as it's not going to be a field. I think this area is just going to be a meadow. And I'm really debating as to whether the horses are going to go in this area or the area over there with the bees. You'll have to let me know what you think. Right, let's cut across here so we can give the field a bit of different areas to cut. Okay, start with this small patch, get this mowed, and then move on to this larger section here. So I'm going to get busy with this, and I'll see you when we're done. Right, there we are, all mown, and yeah, wasn't too long thanks to the batwing mowers. They do help make mowing that much quicker. So let's tuck these mowers away somewhere over here, and then it'll be over to the shop again to pick up the tedder, and we can also grab the windrow whilst we're there. I'm thinking we've not got any shed space, so probably just dropping the mower and any other bits over here under the tree is going to be best for the time being. But yeah, I've got lots of decisions coming up to make about where to put sheds and where to put horse stables and so forth. Cool. Right, back to the store. Let's get our tedder and let's get our windrower. Right, back at the shop, let's get our stuff. So, tedder. Right, got a few things on offer. This Vicon mod is a very good width for the price, but yeah, I'm going to stick with the Kuhn as that's the brand we'd see around this area. So 16,000 and we get 8.7 meters width. Onto windrowers, and yeah, again, quite a good range, a bit more ranging. We go from very small to very large, and in the middle I've spotted this Samaj, which I think it's called. Now, I did a bit of research on this, and I think this is a Polish brand, but I did see that they have North American distribution, so this is something that you would see in this region. So I'm going to go ahead and buy this one, as again it's got a good width, and yeah, bigger than only the single spinny bit windrowers, and just shy of 20,000, so yeah, good price. Right, that's us kitted out. Let's get the tedder on the front and the windrower attached to the rear and get it back to the farm. Very nice. Right, back at the farm, let's leave the windrower there for now. Get the tedder over here and switched to the back. Let's get this unfolded. A nice width for the price. And get it fired up. There we go. I'll follow the same lines as I did. Luckily I think this is a very similar width to our mower, our Kuhn mowers. Oh yes. So here we go, tedding up the grass to make lovely delicious hay for our horses. Now I commented on this in my Erlengrat Let's Play, but I think the tedding animation is something that Giants have definitely got right in this game. It looks really good, really realistic. Just befits the tedding going on, and I've seen tedding in real life and it does look very similar to how this animation portrays it here, so very good, very realistic. And how it changes in the shadow versus the sunlight is great as well. Okay, so going to whiz around this field, get all this grass tedded up. We'll have to windrow it afterwards. So we've got some nice neat rows for our baler to go down, and then it'll be for the mini baler to come along and bale it all up, and then we'll finish up by stacking it. So yeah, the mini baler's got its work cut out for it today. We can see a nice texture change, a nice lighter green hay, which has had a chance to dry out in the autumn sunshine. Okay, I'm going to get this done, and I'll see you in a short while. Right, there we are, the whole field tedded up and nicely drying into hay, which is great. Looks like there's going to be quite a sizable yield from that meadow. It wouldn't be 100% yield from the ground, and the fact that it was just sort of the basic grass as part of the map, but it looks to still be of a good enough quantity, so that's going to benefit our hay production rather nicely. Let's drop the tedder over here next to the mower, and then we can get our windrower and get some nice rows created for our hay. So the samash is over here. Looks nice, and not the case matching red, but a good enough contrast. I like the look of this windrower. And it's not the sort of single disc spinning windrower, so it's got some extra width about it, and I think the width is going to be very close to our mower and our tedder width, so let's unfold it and take a look. Very nice. Spikes get attached once it's unfolded. Turn it on and let's lower away. Very nice. So I think that looks to be very close or the same as the width of our mower and our tedder, which is good. It's all around 8 meters, so good to have matching sizes. Here we are making some hay swath, and as I mentioned, we're going to come with the mini baler, the Massey mini baler, and bale all this hay up, and then we will follow up with the Artemusprime bale stacker. So I'm starting with the headland, and it's always been a debating topic for me as to whether you windrow rows first and then follow up with the headland, as probably become apparent when I start doing the rows, but for each row you obviously have to sort of half drive through the headland swath, and yeah, I was just thinking in real life you'd disrupt it, you'd drive through it and punch holes in it, knock it, make it a bit messy. So I have tried doing the headland last, as that seemed logical to me, but from sort of feedback and comments I've got, it seems to be the done thing is to do the headland and then do the rows, and just try and avoid the headland swath as much as possible when you are doing the rows. So that is what I am doing here. I'm actually going to go slightly different to when I mowed and tedded. I'm going to do a sharp angle here, just to make sure I'm doing the full border. There we go, so this is where we lift and we start doing some rows. So I'm going to get busy with this and I'll see you when we are done. Alright, folding the windrow up, and as we can see, we have windrowed our hay all into nice rows. Now I know that's not the neatest, but I'm going to go with rustic as the look of those rows. Not too shabby if I say so myself, but yeah, some nice heapy bits in some of the rows. And yeah, as I mentioned, I had to drive through the headland swath on each row, so yeah, I imagine in real life that would make a right mess of your headland row, but yeah, guess you could just go over it again if you wanted to tidy it up. Right, now the next bit of equipment getting dumped here under the tree. This is the equipment bearing tree. If only we could plant a windrower, a tedder and a mower tree. That would save the farm some money. Yep, sat under there for safety. Okay, I'm just going to service the tractor up as I noticed it's looking a little low. So let's get that up so it's running at optimum. Right, and our Massey mini baler is just here. Nice colour matching baler for our case tractor. Squeeze through here, very nice. Let's get our baler unfolded and we'll start where our windrowing headland began, over here. So let's turn on and lower. I think our first bale is going to be straw, as we had a little bit of straw left in there from last time. Okay, I think the hay overrode the straw, as I think there was only a couple of percent straw in there, so that's good for us. Here we go, we are reducing hay bales at a fast pace. Very nice. Good pace up the hill, not too shabby. And the baler, even though it's producing small bales, seems to tackle the rather chunky swaths, so that's all good. Guess it just pushes out the bales faster. I think poops them out is probably a better term for how this baler functions.
Para mi gente, con una pasión tan fuerte. Ay, 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 ahora sigo cantando y sigo gozando, yo sigo cantando y sigo gozando.
Right, and here we are, collecting up the last swath. And look at that sea of bales. It's like Baleageddon. Right, turn the baler off, lift it up, and can empty off the last 2. And we've got 39% left in there for next time. You pop. Cool. So yeah, lots of mini bales there. I think if we were to do this again, we'd probably scale up the size of the baler. But if we scale up the size of the baler, we're going to need to get a much bigger bale trailer and means of picking up those bales. So we'd need a front loader. We don't have a front loader, and the case tractor can't take a front loader attachment, which is rather disappointing. Means that this tractor is not as versatile as some others, but nonetheless it served us well till now. So I didn't want to get rid of it. I was very much debating whether we could swap this for the Class Aryan we looked at on sale earlier. But yeah, based on the region we're in and the tractor brands that you would see around here, Case is definitely much higher on the list than that Class Aryan. So, good God, look at my parking. I can't get this mini baler in, but we must persist to get it parked up nice and neatly. There we go. And now we are on to stacking, and got a rather bad feeling that this is going to be a long job. Each stack of bales consists of 14 mini bales, I think it is. I'll have to test and see, but let's get over there and start collecting up some of these bales. And today I've been running at ×3 speed, because later in the afternoon, as it's autumn, we start to lose the light, and that just looks a lot worse on the recording than when we've got the nice light daylight colours. So let's get it into collecting mode and start collecting. That's 1, 2, orientate myself here, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I'm going to go for 14. It is rather cool, this bale stacker. I do like it. Mini bales can be a lot of work when manually loading, and this just makes our lives a bit easier. So 14 mini bales go into a standard square quadrant size bale. I wonder with how many fully stacked bales we're going to get from this field. Right, number 13's gone in, and this will be our last bale of the stack. So let's get it folded up, and we're going to drive it over to where we stored the straw bales. I think I'm going to not have enough space. Going to need some area to store all these bales. We'll probably have more than enough, and we can sell some. Let's get the first bale dropped off as close as possible. There we are. Cool. So that is the first stacked hay bale, and it consists of 14 smaller hay mini bales. Right, I think I'm going to have to choose another route to come through, as it takes a little while for that pickup to go once you've unloaded. And I think that is the second tourist I've just ran over. Don't know why these tourists keep walking around our farm, especially when I run them over. Cool. So, big job ahead. I've got to stack all these bales and get them stashed away. So, I'm going to crack on and I'll see you in a short while. Right, so we have finished stacking all of the mini bales. I've got my last collection here of 9. I'm going to set these aside over here as they are a smaller stack. Yep, so the animation change, even though it's a smaller stack, it comes out as the same size as the others. That's why I wanted to place it separately so we know which one is the smaller capacity. So let's get the bale stacker parked away, and then it'll be to tidying our bales into the very small bale shed. Now not all of those are going to fit, but we'll see what we can do. Okay, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 full stacks of hay bales, plus one that's only made up of 6. So that is a really good haul from that meadow, and yeah, we've got some stepping stones here to jump on. But yes, we've got to get our hay bales stashed in under here so they are at least protected somewhat from the rain. So I'm going to see about shoving some of these big ones in here just by dragging them and yeah, get them stashed away. So I'll see to that now. And there we are. I've got all the hay bales stacked quite nicely under here, and this one at the front is the one that's 6 bales only. But that is quite a good haul, and they fit in here quite nicely. I had to heave some of them up and over onto each of them, so they are stacked quite nicely. This is not a straw or hay barn, it is a makeshift one, and I'm blocking a door there, but yeah, don't need access to this building, so that is fine. But yeah, we've got some hay and some straw stocks, which is really, really good for the farm. Cool. So that is it for the day. We've reached 3 o'clock, so need to get the case parked up. But before I finish, it really is over to you guys now to tell me where you think I should put certain things. So my plan is I'm going to obviously get a horse pen, a horse paddock, which is going to house our horses. I think we'll get a small one to start with that can do 5 horses, as the bigger one's quite expensive. But I would also like to get a chicken pen. And there is a bigger one, which is quite costly, but I've heard some very good things about the price of eggs and the egg production in terms of making money. So I'm going to see if I can get the bigger chicken pen. But what I need you guys to tell me really is, where should I place it? We've got the area over here with field number 1 and the meadow, with our greenhouse just tucked next to the tree over there. So we could potentially put a horse pen and a chicken pen here to start our animal production off. Or we could look to do it in either this area here at the top, or further down there in that wielded weeded field over there. However, that flat area over there is where I was thinking it'd be best to place some sheds, which would be larger, and the flatter ground would suit them better. So, yeah, it really is your call as to where you think I should place it. So I'm going to put a vote on my community tab, so go check that out. Yeah, really, we want to know whether we should place our horse and chicken operations in field number 1 and the meadow, the field number 2 area, or the field number 3 area. So I will put that in my community tab vote. But that is it for today. I hope you have enjoyed watching, and apologies that I didn't do an episode last week. It was obviously Christmas and Boxing Day, so I was busy with family. But yeah, I've been excited and looking forward to recording this next episode, and yeah, did a bit of planning around it as to what I was going to do and what equipment I was going to buy, so hope you're happy with the choices I've made. But yeah, you're going to help me with the next choice, which is where we should place our horse pen and chicken coop. So, a big thank you for watching, a big thanks for any likes and subscribes as well, and if you've got any tips, tricks, or things you'd like me to do, then feel free to leave a comment. All there's left to say is, hope you've enjoyed watching, and hope to see you again next time. Cheers all, catch you later. Bye bye.